Imagine this, you received the perfect job offer. You worked really hard for it, you're qualified for it, and you accepted the job offer. Boom! Now imagine this, suddenly it gets canceled. No reason, no personal warnings, it just evaporates out of thin air, just like that. Now, you got tuition to fund, you got bills to pay, and in 4 months, you gotta repeat the entire process all over again. Sadly, this isn't that hard to imagine because for our Dalhousie co-op students, this was a reality in 2020. Our students faced unexpected unemployment because companies had to deal with some tough decisions with their co-op hires and their employees. Now, students that rely on co-op for financial reasons, academics, and experience, this was devastating. The situation looked dire until it didn't anymore. Government funding adapted, our students became flexible, and organizations, dare I say, pivoted. Before long, our students and employers rose to the occasion with more success than your sourdough starter. Success stories like Dartmouth, Nova Scotia-based Simplycast, they worked with funding partners to provide 30 positions for Dalhousie co-op students. 30? Anyways, you probably know them thanks to their innovative and easy COVID tracking app that many businesses use. Funding organizers like Nova Scotia's Department of Labor and Advanced Education, as well as Canadian federal programs, well, they adapted and provided even more wage subsidies than ever. And the Canadian banking industry, well, they ensured that student jobs were retained. And success stories don't end there. Like Ontario-based robotics company Crosswing, whose Dal student promoted their COVID-19 disinfecting robot, which is pretty cool, or PepsiCo, who continue to operate and hire our students, and internationally, Tesla, who shipped their equipment to our students in Halifax so that they didn't miss a beat. Despite missing the chance of leaving the Canadian weather for California's sun. In 2020 alone, our Dal co-op students completed more than 2,100 work terms and earned more than $22 million. And our employers, well, they received more than $4 million of funds to keep our economy growing. And we celebrate this year's top co-op students of the year. Now, these are students that have done amazing things throughout their co-op. And you know what? Let's take a look at some of the things that they have done. Like the computer science student who beat out 400 national applicants to work alongside researchers in artificial intelligence and now calls himself a patent owner. The industrial engineering student who's got big plans to use her technical skills to create sustainable solution plans for food security issues. An environmental science mover and shaker tackling big climate issues all while putting her stamp on the federal COVID-19 reintegration plan. A finance student who landed a highly coveted post-grad position before the end of his co-op. The architecture student who used his work-term experience to take on more complex tasks in design projects. And the planner who's mapped out the dimensions of the box just so that she can think outside of it. The design better public spaces for all. Now, you know what? I can't do their stories justice in this video, but you should definitely check them out on Dal News. Even though we want to put 2020 behind us, there's still a lot of good things that we can celebrate in the shortest yet longest year of our life. However, students bounced back. They found jobs. Companies hired them. We got the needed experiences. And companies, well, they continued to operate even when things kind of had a slight turn. But congratulations to those students. Thank you to the employers that hired them and funding programs that made it all happen. So, cheers to a much, much better 2021. How do you wear these? I don't know. Hey kids, you want to tell me how to wear these? No? Okay.